It's super late, and we don't really have time to do a reaction like we kind of wanted to. So we're doing
a reaction like we didn't want to. We were gonna play Insane Aquarium, but the game's not working right. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to react to our reaction videos. We're gonna start with our opening, and we're gonna see how this goes. And then we're wanting to kind of make it a thing in our podcast to go back and revisit our series and like see my thoughts on it and how wrong I was at a lot of it.
Yeah, like the
but
progression
also how right
of your...
I was. Yeah. Now that I know the show and I know what happens, to go back and kind of see where my thoughts were. But we're gonna start today with our very, very first video that he posted that I was a part of, which is our...
It's actually not the first video I ever posted you were a part of. It's just the first one that blew up.
Yeah, our first viral one.
Yeah. I posted several videos. Everyone was always like, what would really blow up is if you and your sister played The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead series. People would love that. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure they would. Except nobody watched it when we did it. We did 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and then we did the rest of it off camera. And I really wish we played it on camera because that game was so good.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was very emotional.
We also did a Five Nights at Freddy and an Emily Wants to Play.
Back when they were like the popular thing to do. This was back in like 2016, 2017. Like,
it's like 15.
It was 2016 because I had a summer job and I used the money that I got from that job to buy all my YouTube stuff to get started. Anyways, this episode is going to be that. We're going to wrap to our first episode that kind of took off. And then on our podcast, we're going to do the rest of the Attack on Titan reactions.
Us reacting to us reacting.
Did I click everything? I did.
Capture card? Dude, I swear to God, if you forget to click that again.
Dear Lord, you've aged.
Why do I look 15 years younger
in this video? You do look a lot younger in this video.
This YouTube thing is stressing me out, man.
17 minutes long? Audio up. Are you ready?
We're so young and hopeful.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is my sister. I invited her to this video with me because I knew that she was the only one that was...
Okay, I had no idea what this video was. Like, you literally just called me and was like, hey, come over, I want to do this video with you. So I was like, okay, so I had just gotten out of the shower. You can see my hair's still all wet.
Yeah, it's funny because...
Which I brought that sweatshirt. I was actually going to wear it, and it was too hot in your room.
You told me if I knew it was going to blow up, I would have, like, done my makeup or something like that. I'm like, why? You didn't do that in the first place? You didn't expect it was gonna blow up?
No, I didn't. It was just, you had like, I don't know, like 60 subscribers maybe, and most of them were like our family, so I just showed up like I would if that's my makeup from the day. Like, it's just still on
I didn't
my
have
face.
60 subscribers. I had like 10.
Yeah.
And I've been posting videos for like 2 years, and I just got nowhere with them. Okay, so I thought, I was watching YouTube, and I thought it'd be really funny if I show you, right, my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. It's an anime. Right.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
It's not like...
No, my favorite is Goku.
That's so like the most quoted thing I think out of this whole video was... I still get comments about it on videos that are unrelated to this. It's funny because literally I didn't even watch much anime, so it was just weird. I just didn't expect it to blow up. Mm-hmm. But that was the only 2 series I watched was Death Note and Attack on Titan at this point. And Dragon Ball, but I mean, so it's just funny. Like when I talk about my favorite anime, like I feel very like... I don't know if that's how I seem, but I feel like I was being like... What's the word? Pretentious?
Trying to sound like you knew more than you actually did.
Yeah, I knew nothing about anime, but I was just walking here like, my favorite anime is Attack on Titan.
All of the anime.
This little unknown anime called... Like, I didn't know how popular Attack on Titan was. It was just one that I picked up watching on... I watched it on Netflix originally, and I watched the rest of it on DVD. I don't know, I just didn't expect it to blow up like this. We say, like, it blew up.
Millions. Millions of people have seen it.
It got, like, when it hit 100 views, I was like, oh my gosh, it's blowing up! People...
I remember whenever you posted this video... I was at my house, just, doing one thing, and you called me, and you sounded like you were out of breath, okay?
I was running!
You were running to my house, but you called me on the way, and you were like, guess who's internet famous? And I was like, oh my god, who? And you were like, it's us!
I can't believe that. That was the coolest thing ever.
And so you ran to my house, and we pulled the video up. You were on your phone, I was on mine, and we were just, like, refreshing it, watching the video, and then we got a comment.
And that was the coolest thing. Somebody asking us to react to the endings.
Yeah, something like that. We were like, oh my gosh. We both liked it, and we were, like, commenting back on everything.
That was so awesome. Yeah. Anyways, we're 40 seconds into this video.
Let's go.
What would be fun is if I showed you the 5 intros to Attack on Titan for the first 3 seasons.
Okay.
After each intro, I'm going to pause it. I want you to tell me what's going on with it, what you thought of it. And after the 5 intros play, I want you to tell me the story of Attack on Titan. For the record, I have spoiled this show completely for her by talking to her husband, because that's all we talk about is anime when we're around. But I know that even though she's present, it's always in one ear and out the other. I literally panicked for a second because I thought I didn't record everything. Okay, so here's the first intro to Attack on Titan. It's a 7-minute.
I literally panicked because I thought I didn't record anything. How many times has that happened to us?
Shut up, Kitty. Long video.
Oh.
Pause after each one.
Okay.
It's 5 songs. Got it?
Got it. This is all 5 songs?
Yeah.
Oh,
one,
okay. I thought season
openings 1 through 5,
was
season
11
1 through
minutes.
3.
Yeah, I thought it was a one opening. I was like, you're gonna make me sit through 7 minutes per song. There's 5 of them.
No. And after each one, I'm just gonna click space.
7 minute
song. You tell
song.
me what you saw, and then we'll do that after each one. And at
I
the
don't know
end, you tell
anime.
me the story. Because I don't know. I've never seen this show before. I'm completely clueless. When it comes
Oh,
to this.
well, you're missing out.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh no, an ad! Obviously, for obvious reasons, we're not going to play the actual songs.
Why does the ad have audio?
This because it should be my ad. This should be my money. It's not. Obviously, it's not. I use their music, so fair enough. Fine, they get the money for it.
Well played.
I get it. I'm just mad. I'm watching a video that I'm skipping it. This isn't my video. Also, the audio is super low. Was it that low whenever we posted it?
So.
Dear Lord, I'm surprised we don't get more comments about that.
I wonder how many people wanted to punch me in the face after this.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do every day, but...
There's a war, and some people died. So they all
There's
go
a war
into
and
a
some people
training
died.
camp to figure out how to beat these people. The people that they're trying to beat are all giants, and they can fly for some reason. The little people can fly. And then I feel like they're trying to learn how to be the giants, because these are also giants, but the background behind it makes it look like they're the good guys. So are they trying to
I thought
become
that was
giants
people
as well?
around
I was so confused.
These, like these?
Yeah, like they're tall, aren't they?
No, that's Grat. I don't know what you're seeing right now. You think that they're all giants?
I thought that the way that the cameras, it made them look like they were giants or whatever. I thought these were other people around.
What's
them.
funny is that you're partially right there.
I'm
That
not
they're trying
wrong.
Didn't you say that they're trying to become big too, so they
Yeah,
can
so they
fight
can
the...
so they can defeat the giants, which is the Titans. I know now.
What's frustrating, I think, in this one is when the music gets unsynced, and I was so frustrated by it, but rather than try and fix it, I'm like, no one's
Whatever, who's gonna
this.
see this?
Yeah, and then it actually ended up blowing up, and now that's like the top comments I feel like I get on this are probably like, why is music unsynced?
Okay, so this is the last half
Hey.
of season 1.
This one was pretty easy. They won against the tall people. They were victorious or whatever. Their enemy was gigantic.
Were
but
they?
beat them. I feel
Did
like
they?
that's all that really happened in
No.
this one. Lots of stuff was breaking.
This is the
and-
second
Out of
intro
the
from season 2, so
Season
they
1.
weren't season 1. I mean, yeah, shut up.
2,
How
which
dare
one's
you
your
correct
favorite
me on
so
Attack on Titan?
I mean, the thing about this one though, it doesn't give a lot away. It's very like more scenic with like the blades and you have like.
Yeah,
the,
I feel like this one the
rope, and
pictures were
it's
prettier.
Less, yeah, it's less like.
Less giant
Sure.
naked people.
Sure.
Put your headphones down,
But it's
Katie.
also less
That.
like informative.
Here we go.
I can actually hear it this time too.
I like this part.
Yeah, I know exactly what's happening. I can hear it playing in my head audibly.
Spoiler alert: the show does not contain dinosaurs.
Okay, does it or does it not? Because
I don't know. I didn't see any dinosaurs. People are
I'm
now
not caught up on
starving.
the mangas.
They're talking about badly
What'd you
again,
say?
So naked people are now
The
starving.
naked people are now starving.
They're talking about badly again, so I guess they're trying to like. I don't know. I feel like this is a more grim season. There wasn't a lot of happy colors.
Yeah,
Everything
you're
was very
actually
dark
spot on
and
with that. Yeah.
okay. So I feel like this season everything's a little more dark. Maybe the next season's happier because maybe they'll win again. and
I'll
we
tell you
all-
this one. This next one you're gonna watch is a completely.
Okay, so this next one, I got so much hate for because of how I narrated it and said it was. Everyone was like, "She's so wrong." Everyone was very angry
What?
at me.
I don't remember what you said about it.
beginning of season 3. It's a completely different tone. This is easily my favorite song of the 3 of them, but it's probably one of my least favorite intros, just in contrast to what we've seen before.
Okay.
It is, look, it's my favorite song, but I don't, this is my least favorite intro.
I still
no, it
feel
sounds
like
like
that. Like
a-
it's my favorite song, but just like listening to all the intros back to back to back to back, it's the one that sticks out.
I don't feel hype,
Yeah, exactly. But like
but it's just so pretty.
set
and
apart
it's
from the
so,
other ones,
like,
it's
emotional.
easily my favorite.
Yeah. It looking back at it, because I think whenever I first listened to it, I was like, oh, it's like a love song. Like, it's just this cute little song of, whatever. But, like, now watching the show and, like, picking up on the clues that were in the, like, the pictures and stuff all making sense, like, it just breaks my heart now.
It felt more like the intro was like the calm before.
Yeah.
Where it's like everything like went crazy in the second half of season 3 when
Yeah.
Keith, yeah, but my mind just had a
Kenny?
brain fart.
Erwin. I don't know.
Erwin. I called him Keith. Well, Keith, yes, but mainly the stuff with Erwin and Levi and
Yeah,
Armin and
yeah,
that
it all
whole
went
situation.
to-
This felt like more like the calm looking back at their childhood and stuff.
But
And
it was
the
just
good
kind of
stuff,
made me feel sad, like, looking back at, like, the good stuff in their life and then where they are now and how it's all kind of grim and stuff. Like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel sad to,
Yeah.
like, see these like hopeful little kids and then see where they're at now and be like, aw.
They're pretty much all dead.
Like a 90s teen movie. Like,
Katie,
love, like...
after all this, then we flip back to you. This is like a 90s teen movie.
I told you I was dumb, okay? I didn't know.
A trailer to like some corny, heartfelt movie, like the guys
People hate me.
that have brain cancer somewhere and end up dying. It's gonna be all depressing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. It just sounds very. It's cute.
What's your opinion as to what's going on during this?
I don't know. It
It's
sounds
cute.
like he's singing to a girl, telling her to like be strong.
God, I hate myself right now. I want to punch myself in the face. Who let her stay on this channel? She should have ended it right there. Get out.
So it's gonna get better. So I don't know. Maybe the main character has.
It
a
doesn't
love
get
interest
better.
that's trying to, inspire her to keep going. But there's also like kids and like old people, and so it's very like I don't know.
Also
It's
inspire
very
her.
romantic and lovey.
I don't know, I thought that was a love story.
I think you said
a
that.
lot of other like reactions just about people who haven't seen the show. Just react to this. A lot of people thought this was like a prequel to like what was going on because of how it's featuring them
Yeah,
as like
it is
kids.
like all young.
You know, because it's all them. You had
Yeah.
the younger version of him talking to the older version.
There were no big giant people, and
So that's how a lot of people interpreted it as like this show.
But
Like,
it's
oh,
not
well,
like
this is
that?
going to be a prequel. It's not a prequel, but that's how a lot of people. It's a very. I wouldn't know if I'd say like slower compared to this. Maybe it's not like action heavy like the other ones were. Like it's focused
nicer.
more on the characters, I guess, and less on like the
The attack.
fighting and stuff. Yeah, it's more about the Titan part, less on the attack.
More Titans, less attack.
It's more like the on part. Okay, now this one.
I don't know.
Well, there's not Titans or attack, so. Because I remember watching the third season about like, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes, and I was like, where are the Titans at?
Yeah.
I've just realized.
There are no
Kenny's
Titans.
here. Gosh.
You're bobbing your head out of rhythm.
Yeah, I know. I'm not coordinated. So my thought process were the Titans were just giant people. But the monkey looked different, so he was a monster.
Yeah,
I
but the
guess.
monkey was in other intros, which is why I got confused. Wasn't he in Sasageo? When he's running with the dinosaurs and stuff? And he didn't call him out then.
I think I just thought he was a monkey running with dinosaurs, but in that one he was
thought-
throwing rocks at stuff.
They didn't show him in other parts?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they
notice
didn't,
him.
but I was just confused. Cause
There's
I
a
was
chance I
already
didn't
like,
notice him, and so I saw the Titans as just
Oh, he
giant
probably
people.
wasn't. I can see probably where you're coming from. Like, you saw the Titan, and I was confused because they showed, like, the... I know for a fact they showed, like, the colossal Titans like that, but you didn't comment on them
I
being
didn't say anything
monsters.
about them. I don't know. I don't know her.
Let's
I don't
just
like
say,
her
I don't
anymore.
know. Sums it all up. I don't know. That part with the colossal Titan and then Armin, like,
Yeah.
back to back, is
Yeah.
so cool watching that, like...
Watching it back, the basement. I had no
Some
idea.
of those really tall monster things look like things in school, like the human bodies that just have like the muscle and stuff where you like point out the body. That's what they look like. Like they just look like people with just muscle. You can like, like the anatomy guys that you.
So what's funny about this one is that it's literally like watching this intro and then watching what happens in the season. I was so shocked because there was a lot of like twists in it, and this
Finger
literally
on your
gives you
ear.
the answer.
Were you digging in
So
your
shocked.
ear?
There's
I
a
was
lot
like,
of like twists in it.
Ew!
And this literally gives you the answer to all the plot twists that are coming out. Like it's literally the whole
I'm so
season, or the
embarrassing.
whole last
But I
half of
feel
the
like I
season
got
is
nothing
there.
out of that because it was just
Exactly,
pictures
but it's such a jumbled mess throughout it that you couldn't put it together unless you're able to watch the entirety of the show. But since you haven't seen the show, out of the 3 or the 5 intros,
Huh?
what
It's just
is
pictures.
the story of Attack on Titan?
So obviously their city or whatever is under attack by giant people, which I don't really understand that. Like how
Okay.
are the people giant? Anyway,
Okay.
but I'm guessing they're the bad
Are
guys.
they people or are they like monsters?
You know, they might be the monsters, because I saw in this one they all looked kind of grotesque and had weird faces and stuff.
Mhm.
Maybe they looked like that through the whole thing. Anyway, so these monsters are attacking these people, and at some point they're all starving.
So they're just eating each other.
Yeah, so they all just started eating each other. It was a really big thing.
What about the monsters fighting?
I started out so right, and then
I think you were talking about the parts when when Aaron and Armor Titan and stuff were fighting, and
I think so.
Aaron and Armor Titan, Aaron and
The
Ryder.
one monster was
Monsters.
punching the one monster.
Some of the monsters decided to be good and help protect the little Titan guys, and so they
Okay.
started fighting the other monsters who weren't going to.
the little Titan guys.
All right, so what do you talk about when you say the little Titan guys?
Okay, so I wasn't sure what was the Titan. If the monsters were the Titan, or if the little people were called Titans because they were like fighting
Well,
them.
what are the little people?
The regular sized people, just like the normal ones.
Okay, see that's what confused me after all this time is you referring to just little people. I'm like, what you talking about the little Titans or what? But you're talking about the
Okay,
actual.
no, so I'm
regular
talking about like the
people.
actual regular people. Those are the little people. And then the big people are the Titans. But I wasn't sure which one was exactly called Titans. So I think I flipped back and forth calling each of them Titans. The big Titans and little Titans, because I wasn't sure.
Big Titans and little Titans. Okay, I'm caught up now.
Titan guys. Either that or bigger, stronger monsters cave, and then the other one.
The Titan guys and the monsters. What's the difference between those two?
Some of them are Titans, some of them are monsters.
Which ones are the monsters? You're talking about the ones that like look different than the other. Like the Titans was just like the people, and the monsters, which are like the one with the no skin.
The anatomy guys, yeah.
Yeah, the anatomy guys.
The anatomy school guys.
Got it. And what was the city like? Was it just a normal city? Was there stuff in it that was notable? Stuff.
There were a lot of walls being broken down.
Walls. Okay.
So it was made out of like stone. There were some houses.
No, it's
No,
not.
it wasn't made out of stone.
It's a very accident-prone city.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
You would think at some point they would just build their houses out of something else.
Like Titans.
And what about the people?
I don't really remember them, so nothing.
They weren't flying around the city with swords.
Yeah, they were doing that, weren't they? Yeah, they were all in the first one. They all started flying because that was what confused me. I was like, "There's giant people and there's people that are flying."
Yeah.
So yeah, they were doing that. I feel like they're like training because it always looked like they were in like those I don't know what it's called.
You said you were right on in the first one. You said they're like military.
Yeah, like military. They were like in some kind of training or something because they were all in a line doing the same things, and then they were all started flying at the same time. So maybe the whole city is just like their military base. And like everybody there.
Big base.
Yeah, and everybody there is training, and then the monsters are just attacking that base.
So what's outside of the city? Do you have any idea about that?
So this season showed a bunch of desert stuff. So I feel like there's nothing outside the city, really. At some point, the character falls in love and has to encourage his sweetheart to keep holding on.
Okay, well,
No.
you were pretty much spot on until that part. I was like,
That one
I don't have
season just
anything to
confused
add
me.
because you're pretty spot on. And then
And then he
At
fell
some
in
point, the
love.
character falls in love and has to encourage his sweetheart to keep holding on and don't give up. Got that out of the season 3 one.
Glad that you.
okay, well,
Okay, no.
Pretty much everything's spot on.
I feel like that was sarcasm.
No.
You can see I get so excited for a second. I was like, oh.
yeah.
Next time we can watch Dragon Ball Z and I'll criticize it.
What? I don't think you really criticized much in this though.
My
if
face
anything
did.
to criticize, it's the one intro, the one that's very slow.
Yeah, the love story one.
Yeah, once again, I like the song. It's a lot of people's favorite intro. A lot of people love it. It's
The
a
song
little
was fine.
too. It reminded me of the first time we had ever watched anime. A guy, do you remember this? Who gave us like a series, and the
Yeah.
series was. Granted, I don't think I was really paying attention that much to it, but I can tell you that it just.
I don't remember the series at all. I don't
The
remember what it was
only
called.
thing that I remember was at one point the anime girl took her shirt off and we freaked out.
Yeah.
Because we were like
okay.
little.
We were young. I mean, we grew up in a very like
Sheltered Christian home.
yeah, and I must have been 13, 12.
Yeah, I was like 14 or something like that. We
I
feel like
wish
we were
I
little,
remembered-
like we were like 7.
I wish I remembered the series, but
Yeah, I don't
and it was
remember what
probably
it's called.
realistically it was probably a good show.
I
but
just remember it was very boring. Like it was just talking.
it was there
and
was
I think
nothing.
that was kind of what set my mind on anime, like where my mindset came from, because it was the only one I
mine
had ever
too,
watched.
because I wrote off anime after that completely,
Yeah,
and
it was just very like it was just like a love story, very boring, very like it was just a lot of talking. So something dramatic happened or something, like it was, I don't know, like it's supposed to be kind of sad. I
it
think.
wasn't exciting at all. Like the
No, we
series
just
that
kind
I
of sat there
kinda
like this. I only
And-
saw boobs and had to turn it off.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what was your favorite song from it? That's what I forgot to ask you.
There was one, I think it was one right
On a
before the
scale
love
of 1 to
story
10, what was your
started.
favorite song
Where
from
I
it?
kept saying like,
On a scale of 1 to 10, what was your favorite song?
10.
I was gonna ask on a scale of 1 to 10. I think I was gonna ask like how much.
Like, would you watch this again?
Yeah, but then I changed my thought process.
On a scale of
like,
1 to 10, what was your favorite song?
offer up your heart. Yeah, that one. I did like the slow song.
Even
I
then,
thought
you
it
knew
was
the song was
nice.
good.
No, but I like the one right before it, the one that you were singing. I like that one.
They're all catchy. I like they all have like a tune or something you
Yeah.
can say. Even though it's in Japanese, there's always a word you can catch on to.
Yeah.
And it's a mix. What's weird about it is that's a mix between Japanese, there's German between certain words because this is set in like Germany.
Huh.
There's only one Japanese character I think in the show. Technically, I mean they're all speaking Japanese, but there's one like Japanese character I think that's actually in the show.
But they all look like your traditional Japanese anime character.
Not necessarily. Well, I mean, what is your traditional anime? Like I always think of like the
big eyes.
the huge eyes,
The crazy
big
hair.
boobs, and well, that's what you always.
Yeah, I always think
That's what
eyes
you
and
think
hair.
of.
So thank you guys so much for watching.
I count the part where I was like, see where our minds differ, like how you were like big hair, it's like big boobs.
Subscribe if you want.
want to. Comment down below what your favorite anime is, and maybe we'll review it.
You're not gonna watch it, so you're gonna review it.
You're not gonna watch it.
I didn't think you were gonna watch it, and you ended up watching it.
That's so crazy.
That was 9 months ago. Can you believe that? I'm actually surprised it wasn't longer. It seems like it was forever ago.
It seems like it was like years ago. It
Yeah.
looks like it's been
It looks
years
like
ago.
some years ago. You aged like...
These months have not been easy.
Yeah, you have aged like an apple. So what are your predictions for the next episode?
So I think the next episode we should watch season 1 and talk about it and see how wrong I was.
We are going to do that, but we're obviously not going to leave the parts much of the show in. We're going to show our reactions. And
Yeah,
stuff
we're
like
just
that.
more gonna talk about it and
Yeah, go through like our intros and outros mainly to see like how we progressed in the show.
yeah, how I progressed. You already knew what's happening.
Oh, I got this thing on the side of my...
Is it Cheeto?
It's like a bug bite.
Not a pimple?
I don't think it's a pimple.
It's really red. I've never wanted to punch myself in the face so hard. Also,
To be fair, most people were 100% down with it. They thought it was funny. And I think what made it better is that you weren't flat out just saying, oh, this show sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
were pretty much like, oh, this ain't
I think that
bad.
I went into it with the intent, like after you told me what we were doing, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this. So I kind of went into it with this intent of like, I'm not gonna like this, I'm just gonna try to find funny things to make fun of. But then like, as I was watching it, like I think I really liked the songs, because I like the Sasageo song. And I was
Yeah.
kind of like able to pick, I don't know, like I liked the challenge and I liked doing that. And
Right.
I don't know.
So, next episode of the podcast, we'll start doing our reactions, start kind of watching those and seeing how we progress through the series.
Yeah.
We're not doing that on individual episodes because that's just a little too much, I think.
Yeah, it's too much going through all of it again. That was a lot of...
Yeah. Next will be starting our next reaction series, which
Yeah.
will be cool. Lots of cool video ideas and stuff all coming up. Go ahead and close it off.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if
If you
want
wanna
to
see more.
There's more coming up for you guys soon. Until then, we'll talk to you later. Peace out.